Hello, friends, and welcome to Adventures in Pixieland. My name's Amy, and I'm an ordained minister, and we are in Bible study. We are in the book of 2 Chronicles, and we are in chapter 11. It is a continuation of Israel rebels against Rehoboam. And remember, this is written in the Babylonian diaspora in the 500-ish BC era, because it's a little bit closer to the later end, closer to the 600. Actually, I should really say, yeah, closer to the 600 end, like 570-ish, in that range. Because remember, they were there for quite a certain amount of, it wasn't a short amount of time. So, this is written by the priests because they no longer have access to any of the scrolls because they're nowhere near the temple, and they're trying to help everybody remember their cultural identity. So this is their story of their people. And that's why they have all the telling of the genealogy, why they have all the chronicling. Because they need to write down what they could remember so they could keep everybody together. And that's one of the great things about the Jewish story in the first place, is the resiliency of the people in remembering their cultural identity that they hard fought to win and had to keep coming back to over and over again to hold together, no matter what country they end up in. When, chapter 11, verse 1, when Rehoboam arrived in Jerusalem, he mustered the house of Judah and Benjamin, 180,000 fighting men, to make war against Israel and to regain the kingdom from Rehoboam. So 9 tribes. But this word of the Lord came to Shemaiah, Shemaiah, the man of God. Say to Rehoboam, son of Solomon, king of Judah, and to all the Israelites in Judah and Benjamin. This is what the Lord says. Do not go up to fight against your brothers. Go home, every one of you, for this is my doing. So they obeyed the words of the Lord and turned back from marching against Jeroboam. So at least not listening to the people, but at least listening to God. So there's that. I mean, God will look upon people very favorably if he can tell you you're listening to him. Rehoboam fortifies Judah, because now he's like, okay, we can't defeat them because God did this, but they're stronger than me. So now I got to make sure that we're safe. Rehoboam lived in Jerusalem and built up towns for defense in Judah: Bethlehem, Etam, Tekoa, Beth-Zur, Soko, Adullam, 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 Azekah, no, it's not, no, there's no I in there. Azekah, Azekah, Zorah, Ajalon, and Hebron. These were fortified cities in Judah and Benjamin. He strengthened their defenses and put commanders in them with supplies of food, olive oil, and wine. He put shields and spears in all their cities and made them very strong. So Judah and Benjamin were his. So Benjamin stayed with their king. The priests and the Levites from all their districts throughout Israel sided with him. The Levites even abandoned their pasture lands and property and came to Judah and Jerusalem because Jeroboam and his sons had rejected them as priests of the Lord. Remember, Jeroboam made golden calves in multiple cities and set up sacrificing and worshiping to the golden calves. Now, in Solomon's temple, there are also gold statues of bulls over and over again. In fact, that's what's holding up the bronze sea, is bronze bulls. And he appointed his own priests, this would be Jeroboam, and he appointed his own priests for the high places and for the goat and calf idols he had made. That's called one of those. The goat one is for Molech. Molech is a gold goat. You can see an example of what that would look like in modern day. If you were to Google money goat and go take a look. Those from every tribe of Israel who set their hearts on seeking the Lord, the God of Israel, followed the Levites to Jerusalem to offer sacrifices to the Lord, the God of their fathers. They strengthened the kingdom of Judah and supported Rehoboam, son of Solomon, 3 years, walking in the ways of David and Solomon during this time. Rehoboam's family. Rehoboam married Mahalath, Mahalath, who was the daughter of David's son Jeremoth, so his cousin, because Rehoboam is David's grandson. So the daughter of David's son Jeremoth would be his uncle. So yeah, that would be his first cousin. David's son Jeremoth, and of Abihail, the daughter of Jesse's son Elab. So there, that's a, and then, so then this person, Mahalath, is also of both sides of the same family. She bore him sons, Jeush, Shemariah, Shemariah, and Zaham, Zaham. Then he married Maacah, Maacah, daughter of Absalom. It's okay, again, Absalom is his uncle, who bore him Abijah, Attiah, Ziza, and Shelomith. It's Shelomith. Rehoboam loved Maacah, daughter of Absalom, more than any of his other wives and concubines. In all, he had 18 wives and 60 concubines, 28 sons, and 60 daughters. Rehoboam appointed Abijah, son of Maacah, to be the chief prince among his brothers, in order to make him king. He acted wisely, dispersing some of his sons throughout the districts of Judah and Benjamin, and to all the fortified cities. So giving them each their own little fiefdom, so they wouldn't be fighting with each other, and making sure that the area had the rulers that he could depend on, because they're his kids, right? He gave them abundant provisions and took many wives for them. So he just tried to set them up so they could just be as pleased as they could be in their little fiefdom. And that way there would be less fighting and the need for killing each other, because nobody was getting way too much attention other than when he was making sure he was setting up to be king. So, doing the best he could to mitigate, as any parent can do in those strange conditions. And then think about, because these are all children who are also all, their parents are all first cousins. So you can imagine. That means, what that naturally means is, in the biology of these people, they are fighting some inner demons and some inner genetic battles that other people might not necessarily have to fight, because, inbreeding creates birth defects, whether you can see them on the outside or not. Although, if you want to see an example of that, because it's prevalent in a lot of royal families, you can go Google the Habsburg chin, and then see an example of that amongst the Celtic, actually, really more, it's the English people. You can see it there. The next video is going to be chapter 12, about Shishak attacks Jerusalem. So if you want to hear about that, you're going to have to come back for the next video, friends.